All right, sorry, y'all. So, whoo, Mr. Air Conditioner Man was here, and I look rough, y'all. I look at my hair. I ain't got my hat on because it's too hot. The air conditioner's been out, and Mr. Air Conditioner dude came in and just fixed it. I mean, I got my belly showing. I mean, whew, it's been rough, just daggum rough. It was hot last night, and I don't know, man. So it's gonna take me a while. I got my little fan right here. Let's see, can y'all see my little fan? But it's not. Oh, but Beth said it's fixed. Cost $140. It was the flux capacitor or something. So we got that fixed. So hey, y'all, it's Tuesday, August the 10th, 2021. 1 minute after the hour. It's going to take me just a few minutes just to kind of calm down. Beth, turn it on 40, girl. I said turn it on 40. I'm gonna have to do this quick because it's just hot. Black Hawk, yes. Did y'all like the Black Hawk? What's this, y'all? Here's what we need to do. Here's what we need to do. All right, Beth, we're finding the place to go for a Black Hawk tour. Now, what about this? What if we got together and traded on a Friday and a Thursday and Friday? They traded for 2 days. And then all of us met up in, where we gonna go? We all meet up at the Skyline Club in West Columbia, South Carolina on October the 22nd, the day before mine and Beth's. Hey, Beth, I got one better than this. What's this? 5th annual Freeborn Jam. Hey, hush, lady. 5th annual Freeborn Jam on October the 23rd. That'll be mine and Beth's anniversary. And we will be at the Freeborn Gym or the Pepsi Roadhouse, November 5th. God, Black Hawk, y'all. Rhubarb Jones, who is in the Country Music Radio Hall of Fame, who was my little mentor in radio, he told me, he says, yeah, Black Hawks, them boys just didn't take off for some reason. And I don't understand it. I mean, that's the best music I probably play for all y'all. So check out some Black Hawk. Really, really good. All right, so Jim is with us, Joe is with us, Jason is with us, Drew is with us. So welcome in. Now, here's what we got in the markets today. As I cool off a little bit, look at this, y'all. I don't know if I like this little thing on our thing here or not. All right, so here we go. We've got the market is what we shall say constipated. There is constipation in the market. What does that mean? Well, it's in a tight range. It's like it's all tied up in knots. And what you'll find is, or my experience, some of you traded longer than me, you probably may disagree or whatnot, but check out the opening 15-minute range today. Look at that, y'all. We were in a 6-point opening range for the first 15 minutes of the day. Cash open is here. The blue line is the overnight high. We went above the overnight high. We come back down past VWAP. We go to this little pivot point here. The hourly mid-band is dead. AD is dead. AD is not even registered. What's my AD not registered? Anyway, it's about 100 and 180 or so, 183. So we're just kind of a flat little day. What do I expect will happen? I expect that we're going to do this for the entire rest of the day until the last 30 minutes when the buy algos come in. Buy algos will shoot us up just a little bit, probably getting closer to the 44.40 range, which seems to be really, really important. And will we go above it? Maybe today, maybe not. We'll see. So that's the kind of info that we'll be looking at today to see if the market can finally bust that 44.40 up in the E-minis and keep going to 4,500. And the issue is, here's why I think the market is constipated. Because what ends after the constipation, y'all, it's going to have a blowout. And when the blowout comes, that means it's an oversized, more than regular move. So we'll see what happens with this. But, my opinion is that what's happening is we're getting some good economic news. Anybody that needs a job in this country can get a job. They'll hire anybody. Now, if you've got a pulse and you can, stand up for 5 minutes, I mean, you got a job. So we got all these openings for jobs. Some earnings have been pretty good. Then people's, speculating in cryptocurrencies. Then you hear that the government's always trying to seize that and shut it down. So we just don't know what's going to happen there. But what I think is happening is people want to say, okay, the economy's good, let's go up. But then they're saying, oh my gosh, I'm scared to death about COVID 2.0 or whatever this Delta variant is. And, I knew day before yesterday when my mama looked at me, she says, y'all sure we all want to go out and eat? I said, sure, mama, let's go. But, everybody's a little cautious. In my county, in Carroll County, Georgia, there are 28% of us in our county that have taken the vaccine. So, and I don't care if you take the vaccine or not, or trying to say that you should. All I'm saying is that with people not taking it, that's creating fear in the market from those who have. And so as traders, we got to look at what's in front of us and just trade what's in front of us. And what is in front of us is a constipated market. And after the constipation leaves, we'll see a big flow one way or the other in the market. Which way? We don't know. But here's the one thing that I want to do is first, let's look at the chart. So we got the charts here, tight range. Not much to look at. Sweet Bobby, would you be willing to share your toss set up with the group? Doggone right I will, Joe. Oh, I got my new computer set up, and so I'm getting a little bit used to this. So it should be a lot faster than we've been. Okay, I'm going to share it in the chat here. See. And Ken, you came on a little late. I look rough today because I ain't got no air conditioner. Well, the air conditioner guy just left, so now I've got it. Okay, so I shared it in the chat, so y'all can use this little setup, right? And if you have any questions about it, just ask me. So we look at AD. AD is flat overall. Now it's kind of going down a little bit. What would we expect? Well, look, AD was starting to go down before the market. The market was going up. That is a tail in poker terms that we are about to start going downward. Isn't that cool how that works? So this is the leading indicator. Market follows, and then we just kind of watch volume as well. Hey, Matt, can you talk today? Or are you in? Is the boss in the building? Matt, I'm just glad Matt's here. All right, Matt, if you can't talk, that's fine. I was just going to tell you that I look rough today because of the hot weather. All right, so we know what's going on here. So now let's go to our volume profile. Volume profile. And I hadn't updated my Big Green Monster in the spies yet because I am lazy. And let's see what this looks like. All right, so here's our Big Green Monster, our volume profile. Everything, it is business as usual, baby. 30-minute chart, last 10 days. We'll notice most volume is traded here. We would not at all be surprised to see it pull back to that point of control or to the value area high or the value area low. Doesn't matter where it is across the screen, though. It's in a fair value zone for the E-minis. So I'm still a put selling machine until something tells me otherwise. So I'm looking at the E-minis, and the E-minis are telling me it is business as usual. We anticipate we're going to probably go up to the 44.40, 44.41, which seems to be that area where then we would be overbought, but we are not overbought yet. We are fairly priced. So with that in mind, let's do one other thing. Oh, I'm going to need someone's help here too today. Jason, you might can help me on this. I keep opening my screwdriver, and I've opened it on my new computer, and I'm so excited. And the little deal says, gosh, I'm not used to us being on the screen here. It's kind of weird. Let me move us over to the side. All right, so that's weird too. Sure, I like that. All right, so I'm opening my screwdriver in my new computer, and I cannot update anything. Look at that. It won't let me change the date. It won't let me do anything. And so when I opened it, it said that it's my Norton antivirus said it scrubbed the whatever out of it, the macro. I've enabled macros, but it won't let me change my dates. It won't let me change anything. Would somebody change this date too? If you've got yours open and it's working, help me out. Help a brother out. I want you to go to SPX. We're going to find the expiration that is nearest to 30 days out. So we'll go to September 8th. So if you would, if somebody who can update yours would change this date, pick a date to September 8th. If it won't let you change it there, then change the expiration date there to September 8th. And then if you would tell me how many points away the option is that is trading for about 520. So it'll be the top of this one. Like in the September 7th expiration, our skew driver is saying about 30. Somebody got that number for me? A boss is here. Oh, man, one day you're going to be the boss. That would be a cool boss too.
That's the plan.
I like it. See, I like your attitude. I like
You know, Bobby, on that week, it's odd. The weekly expirations are the 7th and the 10th. I think that's because Monday is Labor Day. But when I looked and I was doing the skew driver, it would only take the 7th and the 10th.
Oh, really?
Well, there's the 8th. Yeah, I see the 8th there now. It wouldn't. I couldn't get my skew driver to take the 8th. Maybe it'll take yours. I don't know.
Mine won't even update, Rick, since I got this new lightning fast computer. Apparently, I can't even change the dates. I don't know what I'm going to do. Jason's going to have to walk me through some therapy sessions at some point. Jason's been our tech guy lately. We'll figure out how to do that. But
yeah, I'll try to see what's up.
Hey, does anybody have what the skew driver is though? What is it now? If you change this to September 8th, or if it won't go to the 8th, if you can change that to the 10th, will y'all tell me what number is, at the top of the yellow? It should be, whatever's at 520, how many points? I want to know this number here. I figure it's about 30 points away.
So I'm on the 10th and it's about -30 and -35.
Okay.
-35 is $5.10 on mine.
-35.
But so did you say to do the 10th?
Yeah, you can do the 10th or the 8th, either one of those. It'll be fine. Gosh, now won't even let me type stuff in. 8. I'm about to say a bad word like Uncle Calvin said. When Uncle Calvin gets all upset, he says, "Deuced it." What the crap, y'all? I don't want all this stuff. Take it off. Take it off. How do I turn on autosave? I don't want to turn on autosave. You freak. Unbelievable. Hold on.
So on the 8th, if I put the 8th in there, it's like -30.
That's kind of what I figured it would be at, about -30. Hold on a second, y'all. I want to track it here. Okay, so see if we can go today. 8. Oh, people. 8. I swear, y'all. Anyway, here's what's happening. So we know here's what the skew driver has been doing, and it continues to keep going down. Now, what does that mean? It is giving us a tell that this is going lower, which we would expect it to, because I'm expecting that the skew in the options is going to tell us that there's going to be a drop at some point. Now, as long as this number is between 25 and 35 or so, that's about normal. So what Rick is telling me, even though my spreadsheet won't work, I can't do anything with it, is that skew is maybe a little less than yesterday, maybe 1 point. And so we do anticipate a drop to come. Is it coming tonight? No, probably not. So that's why I sold a Rick trade yesterday. Rick, did you do the Rick trade yesterday?
Yes, sir. I did one yesterday and did one this morning.
Look at Rick. Look at Rick. Can you imagine if Rick stopped doing the Rick trade? And what would we do then? We'd have to call it something else. So I did sell a Rick trade yesterday, so all is going well. So what we've basically done, and this is what I encourage you to do when you're not updating your new computers, is go in and look at your charts and figure out what your assumption is, what your thesis is for the week. And our thesis, I'm not going to move us off the screen. Here we go. We'll move it over. Our thesis is we are above the 20, 50, and 200, and it is business as usual. This is SPX here, right? Business as usual. No need. Skew's not giving me any clue that we're about to have a drop, so we're going to do exactly what we're doing. So let's go to the monitor tab. One of the first things I normally do is look at my little micros, see how our little micros are doing today. Look at here. Yay. We're at $33. Me and Mama can go to the Applebee's. All right, so we've got some here at 54%, we got 52%. So, you know, two ways of managing it. Put one on, take one off, or you can, you know, put them on and manage them 50%, however you want to do it. I think I'm only going to take one of these off today. So let's just close this baby and put some money in the bank. 48.75 is the profit on this one. Ready to close an order. So you're paying, right? So I like to try to save a quarter there. See if we can do that. If not, I'll bump it up a quarter. Doesn't make a lot of difference. Working order. Hey, hey, hey. Read is good sometimes. So there we go. So we're off on that one. So now let's trade another one. So what are we going to do? We're going to trade the micros, put one on. Bobby, the market's up. Yeah, I know. But it's business as usual in my mind. So we're going to go closest to 60 days without going over. Crap. All my options. There we go. So we're going to go down to the 10%. Oh my gosh, look, y'all. Since I changed over my computers, I don't have any of my stuff. Now I got to remember how to do all that. Let's see. Basic price and option theoreticals in Greek. What am I looking for? Y'all help me. I'm looking for probability of being in the money. Okay. There we go. And I don't like last. Don't give me thinking last. I don't use that. So I do like delta too. Delta. Just kind of see how it compares. So we're going to go to a 10% probability of being in the money. I like 90% probability of making a little money, don't y'all? So let's say, oh my gosh. That's not good. We were getting $18 yesterday. So now we're only getting $16.75. So I'm going to move it up here a little bit to about the 10.92. 18.25. I'm way out of the money. Let's see if we can get 18.50. Better make sure my contracts, they didn't change my contract since I'm on a new computer either. All right, so let's try to get $91 on that. Come on, baby. Feel me good. Go down to 18.40. Humming. $9 coming into my pocket today, and bingo with it. All right, beautiful. All right, we've done our little trade today. That's our little daily trade. We kind of like to do after we read our tea leaves first. All right, so now let's go back to something, and I want to show you what I did yesterday. And I don't want y'all to go, you know, I'm insane. I shouldn't have read that Leaps book. That's the problem. That's what y'all are going to say is y'all going to go, oh my gosh, Bobby, what have you done? Beth, you still down there? Hey, Beth, she may be down there. I still think we're going to all gather around and see a Black Hawk concert sometime. Some macro stuff. Here's my charts. All right. So here's what I did yesterday, y'all. I did a leap in something that y'all ain't going to believe. So I'm going to tell you why I did it. All right. So this is silver, right? SLV. iShares Silver Trust. So what happened yesterday is we had a big old drop in silver. Is this what kind of chart is this? Oh, so hot. 30-minute chart.
Crossing over upper band.
30-minute chart.
Ice crossing over upper band.
All right, so we've got a 30-minute chart. And on this 30-minute chart, we had a big old humongous drop yesterday. Silver was down like 3.63%, like almost 4%. And I thought, wow. And gold had a little flash crash yesterday. So I go, what is going on with the metals? Because you think if you've got a great economy, you would think people are going to use a lot of silver for stuff, right? Don't you use silver in wire and all kind of garbage? Maybe in some of your currencies, but I don't know what you do. But anyway, it was down big on the day. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's go to a 5-year chart. Look at us. Look at us. So you go to a 5-year chart of silver, and what do you see? Well, we see mediocrity. Whoa, we fell down. We went up outside of the linear regression. And then look what we did, y'all. Silver just went down to the point of being outside, right at the peak of that linear regression channel over the 5-year chart. So I saw that, and I saw what I believe to be a little bit of opportunity. Now, do I know anything about silver? Absolutely not. Let's just see what silver's actually doing today. Silver is down just a tad today. So I made a bad move, I guess. But here's where we're at. Here's where silver is. So what I did, y'all talked me out of it. Here's what I did. I went out. Y'all won't believe this. He who does not like an option longer than 6 months out went out. Unbelievable, y'all. I went out 766 days. I don't even know how many years that is. It's like 2 years or something. So September of 2023, I just hope I'm living by that time. My gosh. I mean, I guess this is something I could leave to my heirs, right? I could leave to my children. I could leave this to Beth. I go, Beth, I have left you a long call in silver. So when is the best time to buy a call, y'all? Remember our little diagram that I've drawn before? Where's my little drawer thing? Because this is really important that we know this. All right. So markets go up and markets go down. Markets go up, markets go down. And you and I use the ebb and flow of the markets. Ebb, is it 1B or 2? Ebb and flow. I want to name my donkeys here. All right, so we use the ebb and flow of the market to make our decisions. So when the market goes up, you can sell a call. It's a good time to sell a call, except Bobby hates calls. Let's think of this as SEC. That's South Carolina Gamecocks, y'all. Nobody want no Gamecocks, huh? So you can either sell a call or on an up day in something, you can buy a put. Or on a down day, you can do our favorite thing, which is to sell a put. Hey, Bob, the market's up a little bit today, dude, and you just sold a put. I know. But the optimal time to do it is sell a put when the market's down. Or what's the opposite of selling a put is buying a call on the down day. Wait a minute, I did some of these right. Yeah, sell a call here, buy a call here. So down day, you buy a call. Maybe make sure I'm telling you all this right. Down day, sell a put. That's right, because that's what I did yesterday. Make sure I did what I have to think about this. So yesterday, silver was down, 3% or more. And I said, baby, I see opportunity. So what did I do? I bought a long-term call, thinking that I can't say mean reversion because we know that price of any underlying is not determined by the mean, but that there may be some increase in price at some point on silver. So what I did was I bought a leap in silver. Even though I don't like it. How much did it cost me? It cost me $900 and something. Now, so if you bought that today, which you could, you buy one, you go, man, Bob, that's cost you $965. Your maximum profit is infinite, to infinity and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear would say. My max loss is just what I paid for the option. Buying power reduction was however much that I did it, and so that's what I did. So isn't that kind of cool? Now I used the ebb and flow of the market to make my decision. Now then, here's what old boy didn't do in the book Intrinsic though. Here's what I like to do. Now, I just gotta watch the price of silver now. So now I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna wait for silver to have an update. So I gotta watch silver now. Now I got a new job. My new job is being a silver, whatever. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this for a day when that stuff is up. And then guess what I'm gonna do? Guess what I'm gonna do? Rick, you know what I'm gonna do.
You're going to sell one against it.
Dang right I ain't. I'm gonna sell a call against the one that I bought. Why? Because I don't like buying stuff unless I sell something against it to profit off that. So here's the thing. You get you 4 cooney pigs. That's the kind of pigs I raise. You get you 4 cooney pigs. And how many boys do you get? You want 1 boy. So I don't like a lot of boy pigs because you want 1 boy because a man can do the work of 3, but not just. So you get 1 boy. And then what do? You get out of my 4 pigs, 3 of them, 1 of them's a boy, and 3 of them are female. So how much did I pay for these? I paid for 1 of them, my boy, I paid like $750 for that pig. I mean, his name is Silas, and his little belly almost rubs the ground when he walks. But he is the cutest little devil. And he's got him 3 little girlfriends. And I got Penny the Player Patterson, I got Charlotte, and I've got Lola, my 3 lovely little pigs. So what's going to happen is after they're about a year old or something, they're a few months old now, then old boy here is going to start, going on dates with my 3 females. So I expended a lot of money. So on my girls here, what do we pay for them? About $500 each or so. So we paying $500 each for my 3 girl pigs. Now here's the wacky part though, right? In a year or so, these 3 females are each going to have a litter of baby piggies. And guess how many they have? They have 10 to 12 babies. So let's say they all have 10. And I think they do that, heck, I don't know, twice a year or so. I don't know. I mean, I just let nature do its thing. I'm not one of those in vitro fertilizations, I don't, whatever. I want old Silas here to entertain the gals so that they can do what they do and pigs do what they do and make little baby pigs. So then Sweet Bobby's got a little idea, right? So Sweet Bobby goes, hey, wait a minute. There's a big market for these little pigs because they're kind of miniature pigs. They got little snouts and they don't tear up your pasture. And they're the sweetest little things. Oh, they're just like little dogs. So I'll go, well, then I'm going to sell all my 10 babies here. So I got 30 babies here. But now multiply each of that times 2, y'all. Let's just talk about this in an annual basis, 2 times. So now, instead of me having 30 little piggies, I got 60 little piggies. I don't know about 6. So 60 little piggies that I then say I'm going to sell for $500 a piece, which is what? $30,000. So we took to buying pigs, which most people would say, oh my gosh, that's the stupidest. Why are you buying a pig for $750? Bobby, you can get just an old sausage and ham pig for, $100, $150, what, and you find $700. Why are you investing so much? Because of the potential return. Now, the only problem is Sweet Bobby is a horrible farmer. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. We had a baby goat, and it's now 8 weeks old. And so we were selling our baby goat for $150. I put it on Facebook here. $150 for. Well, wouldn't you know it? One of my kids' teachers said I just got to have that goat. And y'all, she was the best teacher for my kid, right? She treated him good. He had a great year, and now she's moved from 5th grade down to 3rd grade. So then I told Beth, I said, well, tell her because she's a friend that we'll just want $125. So this is what a sucky farmer I am. I'm horrible. So I've already cut my price $25. Right? So now she's got to pay me $125 for it. So then she and her husband come over, and they got their 2 kids, and they're all coming over to the house, and they drive their truck, and they're playing with our pigs and our goats, and they're sitting there, and then that small still voice that speaks to you. So she handed me $125. Now I told y'all how much I made in farming last year, right? I made like $300 the whole year in farming, and my expenses was probably $15,000. Not fences and all this garbage, and they eat me out of house and home. So she hands me $125. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, I really need this $125. I mean, my goodness, I just had to pay $140 to get my air conditioning fixed today. And then, you know, you got kids in school and they want everything. Then I bought this new $400 computer that's apparently working really fast right now, right? It's looking good. And what do? That little small voice speaks to you. You can call it conscious or you can call it a movement of the Holy Spirit for those who are sanctified by the blood of Christ. So I said, that's what it was. So I said, I tell you what, I want to make an investment into your classroom. So I gave her the $125 back. But anyway, I'm going through a long story to tell you, why do we sell options and buy options? It's this. We got a plan, y'all. We got a plan. Does the plan always work out? No. But what hopefully is going to happen, do I know what the price of silver is going to do? I have not a flipping clue. But I knew yesterday, just from looking at silver, I knew that something happened. And here's what happened. Shwangatang, look at that. And I brought up, and I did, y'all don't believe this, because y'all think, oh, Bobby just made a rash decision to buy. No, I didn't. You know what I did? What's this? Y'all see that where it says July for August? Look at that, baby. I drew the big green monster to lead me in my decision for the price of silver. And what did the big green monster tell me? Well, it told me this, and y'all love this, right? It would tell me that the price of silver went from an area of fair price, this is fair value, around here, to a point of being what here? Oversold. So when it went to a point of oversold, I just said, you know what? There's a good chance that we're going to pop back up into here. 50% of, you know, here. And there may even be a chance over the last 10 days that silver is going to find comfort at this point of control where the most volume is traded in the last 10 days. So I don't know what's going on with silver. I Googled a couple of things to get people's opinions on it, but I didn't understand what they were saying. You know, I'm not a silver trader. But to me, the big green monster said oversold. And what did I do? I bought something that it only cost me $900 something. And what's going to happen is, so buy a call on the way down. So as price goes up back into here, I'm going to SC. We're going to go South Carolina, baby. We're going to go Gamecock on them. And we are going to sell calls to reduce my cost basis in the $900 that I paid out to do that trade. So if you and I can make little decisions like this, now is that going to work? Oh, I have not a clue, but it gives me something to watch, right? I mean, instead of me just, you know, sitting over here twiddling my thumbs and milking the chickens and collecting goat eggs, now I got something to do. I can watch silver. Watch what the price of silver is going to be. Isn't that great? Anyway, I just thought that was a neat little thing. So you can watch those things. So I don't like individual stocks, right? Individual stocks are not my thing, but I showed y'all something yesterday. And well, let's touch base on that a little bit again, because I want you to develop your own little program. I don't want you to say, man, I'm going to do what Bobby's doing. I'm going to do the AIM. I may do the BAME. I may do the Rick trade. I'm going to do the puts every day. And I'm going to, you know, figure out what you like doing. But I want you to be smart enough to just think about these things. If the market moves this way, what's my plan? What is it that I will do to counteract? What's the pot odds best thing for me to do? On a move down in silver of 4%, dude, and I saw my little green monster coming down here. I was like, let's go long. Let's go long. Now, what might happen? We know what could happen. I mean, this thing might consolidate here and then, right? Then I look like an idiot for, you know, wasting my $900. But I'm willing to risk $900 to try to make a few bucks. And to me, pot odds are in my favor. Big drop in silver. We're going to sell some calls to take this down. And hopefully I'll own that call out 700 something days for nothing. Because I'm going to make money on what I sell against it to pay for. Any questions on that at all? And then let's go back to the thing that we did yesterday in the stocks, which I thought was kind of good because Rick wasn't here yesterday. Ken had to leave early and Matt wasn't here either for it. So we went to the scan. Oh my gosh, let's see if I can set this up again. I scanned things that, what did I scan? See if I can find it here. Public RA. Okay, I'm on Stock Hacker first. Stock Hacker. Let me find it. All indices. We did the one with weekly options. Weekly. Right. I had everything set up till I moved this stupid computer. Weekly options. Help me see. TU weeklies. Here we go. Weeklies. So I went out here to weeklies. Intersect with. And then we used something else. Oh, here we go. We went to gap up, didn't we? And I wanted to know stocks that gapped up for the day. So let's see if we can run our little scan and see what it was. And the reason I'm choosing weeklies, even though you may not even be trading options, if they've got weeklies, it's a pretty well traded underlying with a lot of liquidity. That's my assumption in choosing weeklies. And I intercept that with a stock that has a gap up. Let's go and do that. See what that brings up. I felt so good having everything that I ever wanted set up in that other thing. So here we go, y'all. This is the stocks that have gapped up today. Look at this, the percentage change on the 41% on DDD. What the, I don't know what that is, 3D Systems. Devon Energy. I remember hearing that before. Yeah, so you just kind of look through here. Is there anything that you're interested in trading? Mosaic. And two, I'm looking for things that, if I wanted to buy the shares, I could. I would never buy shares of something that's trading $1,845. It's just, because I probably want to do a move like this with, I don't know, 100 shares or so. Or you can do it with options too. Oh, wow. Look, y'all. Tyson Foods did it again. Tyson did this yesterday, actually came up as well. Let's go to Tyson Foods and just look and see what's happening. I'm going to move this and I'm going to change it to a chart that you guys have not seen before until yesterday. And I whooped it out on you. And it is called, I don't know what it's called. It's called MACD and tick side by side. That's what I call it. I'm going to share this for y'all in the chat. Share through. Can y'all notice how my computer's lightning fast? Share this. In case anybody wants it. All right, so now let's see. Go back to my scan. What's the Tyson in TSN? Talk about chickens. So let's go over here and put this in, see if it presented any trades for us today. All right. Oh, wow. So this was the gap from yesterday. Do you remember what the play is? The play is this. A gap. We'll call this gap theory. If a gap doesn't fill first hour, then we assume, we're making an assumption that it is a trend day. Now I want to make sure everybody knows the difference between a trend and a range. A trend is where something goes up, has an initial pullback, and then continues to go up. I don't think anybody and their mama would argue with me that this is a trend. Got an uptrend here. All right. Okay, I don't need to know that. So that's a trend. So gap theory. If the gap here, see the big gap there? This is today's gap. If the gap does not fill in the first hour, then we assume, make an assumption, that the day is going to be a trend day. So this is trend. What is a, let's show you a range day. So range days do this. Range days do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, right? So a range day goes up and down with pretty well defined highs and lows of the day. But a trend day goes either up or down. So I like thinking about things that go up. I'm an optimist, not things that go down. So with that being said, here we have a gap, and the gap was not filled in the first hour. So the assumption is that it is a trend day. And we showed you yesterday how then what do? Then you wait for interaction with the 20-day exponential moving average, or heck, if you want to use the simple moving average, use the simple moving average. I'll use the exponential. Move back to the 20 exponential moving average, then what do? You go long. You go long. Now, how do you go long? Well, there's a couple ways you could do it, right? You could sell, well, when it gets to this area, you could sell a put down here. You know, maybe, I don't know what the puts on there, but what I would probably more likely do is buy some shares of Tyson Foods. Now, do I have to buy 100? No, I don't have to buy 100. But it's kind of cool that then I could go long shares here. And what do? Well, you know, then you can say, well, let's, you know, cut it off back when it reaches the high, the previous high. You could take some off. So if you did 100 shares, you could take 50 shares off there. All different kind of ways to skin this rabbit. You could, you know, place a stop loss down here at about, you know, the 50-day moving average, maybe go down below it just to kind of control the event. All of a sudden Tyson were to take a nosedive to keep you out. But one way that you could actually set these trades up that's kind of cool, we talked about this yesterday. Now, again, do I like trading individual stocks? No, I don't. Y'all see me get burned time and time again every time I step into one. But this is one of those things that is kind of cool. And then you could do what is called an asymmetrical trade. I don't know if I can spell it. Asymmetrical. Something like that. So let's say you bought when the price went to here. This was your entry. 70, we'll just say $79. Okay, so $79. Where's my dang calculator? See, it's a new computer, y'all. Calculator. Yeah, I forget what the price was. $79. $79. And let's say you're a big shot. You're gonna buy 100 shares. That's gonna cost you today $7,900 in your buying power. Now, do you have to do that? Do you have to do that? Oh, heck no. Now, what do? You say, okay, I'm gonna have to set me a profit target. Well, what's your profit target gonna be? I don't know. But before we set a profit target, why don't we set a stop loss? And what if you set a stop loss on this of 1% down, right? So $79 a share. You set you a quick little stop loss at 1% down. So that'd be 0.99. So you set your stop loss at 78.21. Did you ever hit 78.21? Oh, heck no. You never hit it, right? But you could set that stop down here to 78.21 so that you would lose a maximum of 1%. Right down here. You never got there. Now, what's your profit target? Check this out, Joe. What if you set your profit target in an asymmetrical fashion to make it above what your loss target is? So if you take a loss, you take a loss. So all of a sudden you go, okay, I bought it for 79. What if I move that out 3%, just to say that's my target, 81.37? Well, you hadn't hit 81.37 yet. What if you go 2%? Maybe for your first profit target, $79 is where you're in, you go up 2%. $80.58. Now you're getting better, right? To kind of see how it does for the rest of the day. So we haven't got there yet. It looks like it's about to interact with a rising 20 exponential moving average, which tells me it'll probably pop there and then continue for the rest of the day to head up closer to your 80.58. Now, the cool thing about this is if you set those, you can set it and forget it, right? Matt can do this while he's on the pot, smoking a Camel in the bathroom at work. Right? You can do these little things. You really can. Set a stop set a profit target, take half of it here, whatever you do. And I'm probably going to be out of this trade by the end of the day. Cool thing is, if you start layering these things up from your scan tab, you go, what's something else I could do with it, right? Oh, look, this is a lot less money. What is this Continental Resources? It's up 6.10% today. Now, another thing you need to look at, you want to make sure there's, good volume there. It's under a million. You probably want at least over a million, right? Something that's going to trade over there. Here's one. It's got 2 million. So Devon Energy, EPD. Let's see what it looks like. Because this is fun stuff. EPD. Sounds like a disease, doesn't it? That they're trying to sell you pills for. All right, y'all. Here she was. You wanted to make some money today. Here she is, Devon Energy. So you bring up this little chart. Now you can look at your ticks over here. You can look at this over here. This is the primary one. Oh, Bobby's got a MACD. He knows what he's doing over here. I have no idea. I have no idea what this is saying. Here's what I do though, is I would look and say gap, gap, gap. What happens? You do not have a fill. I hope everybody knows what a fill is. That would mean that the price went from this open and it closed below yesterday's close so that the gap was filled. We clearly see that the gap was not filled in the first hour. So we make an assumption. And the assumption is that this is a trend day. And I'll be danged if it ain't. See it? So what do? You wait for interaction with the 20 exponential moving average. Where would you have bought? You would have bought right there. And what would you have done? You would have set a stop loss. Again, a 1% down move takes you out pretty quick, right? But all of a sudden you start layering these in and you say, hey, I'm in Tyson Foods and I'm in EPD. And can you do a one-day trade on Devon Energy in the options market? Again, I hadn't even talked about options. We're talking about shares right now. So what do? You set your profit target greater than what your stop loss is so that it is an asymmetrical trade. Asymmetrical trade. So that if you are of the opinion, and don't take my word for it that this thing repeats over and over again, that you can find these each and every day, because you can. But don't take my word for it. I want you to run the scan yourself and start looking at some of these shares and going, I'll be danged if I'm not seeing that day in and day out. And it's just an idea for you, for those of you that want to do some, trades. Now, can you do anything in the options market? No. Let's see. Because I'm probably going to be out of that trade before the end of the day. See, and here's the thing. They don't have a 1 day or a 0 day option, right? You start looking at the spreads, at the money. There's no premium over here. So to say that you could, hey, I'm going to sell this for 3 cents. Yay, we made we can make $3 if we close above that in 3 days. Does that get anybody excited? No. But on some of these lower price stocks, perhaps it is something that you could do with, this little scan of a gap and go. As I always like to do, I always tell y'all I have not an original thought in my body. I am slothful and I have learned everything that I've learned from somebody else. Who this little chart goes to and this little gap and go strategy goes to, that is the great Corey Rosenblum. Okay. Who does a much better job of me than explaining it to you. But no, if you'll notice, and if you got nothing to do, Rick's about to be, we got to get Rick something to do. Poor man's about to be retired in November or December. He's going to have things, he's going to have, he's got stuff he's got to do. So he can start watching these little things and see if they actually play out. So just an idea for a trade. Now, all right, we got 11 minutes to go. And maybe even sooner than that, because I'm still burning up as we're waiting for my air to do. But I wanted to show you what happened today while I was sleeping or sweating or something. Look at my hair, y'all. It's just it's a matted mess. What's left of it. But do you remember yesterday I had a order that was going to buy? Oh, here they are. Okay. $8. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? A single buy of 2. It should be 3. What's the cancel order? Cancel order is 1 at an 1850 limit. Damn, what's that? Wait a minute, y'all. I'm talking about that. I sold to open an EX 3920 put for 1825. Oh my gosh. Field orders. I thought I was in the meetings. Did I do that in the E? To open. No, it says MES. Okay, no, expiration. That was freaking me out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I sold the wrong thing. Okay. So we closed that one and we bought 2 of those. That should have been 4. So that means, okay, this is Black Swan hedge stuff, y'all. So let's just make sure this was a harvest and it should have been an order to buy 3 options at 20 cents to harvest those 3. So let's go to ES and clear up the mess. Unbelievable. What's going on, Bob? Slipping. Old fart, you?
Hey, Bobby,
Yeah.
is it possible for you to go into the spreadsheet and show how you enter a harvest into the BSH?
Yep.
I'm about to harvest one as well, and I'm not sure how to do it in the spreadsheet.
Awesome. Yes, Rick, I'll do that. Let's before we do figure out where I went wrong, because I harvested 2 and we know that there's 3. So let's see where I have stuff at. So this is green. So that tells me that all that I have there should be 5 loans or 20 loans. So that's the 12 that I harvested. Okay, I can live with that. So we've got positions here at 38 days. Let's see what I've got here. Aha! Aha! The devil is this? Market 20. Oh, so it only filled 2 of them. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to my working orders. So now I've got, oh, look at that, y'all. So that's what it is. I had a working order to fill 3 of them at 20. And it filled 2 of them. So I still got 1 working. Okay, I got it now. Now check it out. It looks like the mark is at 20 right now. So we're close, baby. We are close. Now, Rick, I'm going to pretend that all 3 of them harvested, right? So let's go in to our little, because this is where it gets fun now. When you start harvesting these things, it's so cool. All right. Okay, Rick, I'm going to show you what we did the other day when I harvested those 20. So this was ES. We sold 12. We bought 20. This was 4 tranches. Y'all remember that. My short strike was 2,600. And, you know, I really need to move these columns, but I'm afraid to touch it. God is my witness. I just designed this first. And then I came over here and I designed all this. And so it's kind of hard. I see exactly what you're talking about. It's a little hard to follow, but we'll try to. So what happened is I initially sold my 3 shorts, 358, and I brought in a credit of 21.2376. And on the same day, here we go, enter. That's when I entered those shorts. So you would think the enter would be closer to the shorts. I apologize, it's over here. And I did that with the 76 days to expiration. Currently now we are 55 days into this trade. We have 21 days left in the trade. All right, now remember, this is the 4 tranches that I bought all together. So what I did is I actually bought the 5 or the 20 actually. I bought the 20 on the same day that I entered the shorts. Everybody sees that. So how long did it take me to complete the hedge? Well, I was swoofed and I did it all in one day. I swiped down out of the heavens and, you know, like a albatross getting a fish out of the water. And I did that all in one day. So then I put a GTC order in to buy back my shorts that I sold at 358 when they got down to 20 cents. All right, Rich. So here's where you would start, right? Date of harvest. So when you harvest yours for 20 cents, you're going to enter the date that order fills, 8/6/21. Now, the cool thing is it will tell you how many days it took you to harvest those shorts. So it took me, we're 55 days in the trade now. It took me a full 51 days to harvest. Put in the price of the harvest, 20 cents, and it will automatically figure out the debit that I had to pay for that harvest. All right, Rick, here's what's most important. And Ken brought it up before. I need to make these into a drop-down list so you can use all this. Then you're going to put after harvest loan puts, just like that. Because these words mean something. All of these things, fully formed BS8, you have to put it exactly like I got it, or your little hedge will not pick it up over here. Because you want all this stuff to work, because I've shown y'all my $150,000 hedge to the downside has cost me $550.74. I have 5 completed 3x5 black swans in my portfolio. I'm currently short 3 puts that are unmatched to the loans. So the loans have not gone in yet. So it figures automatically that I've got 18 shorts and 45 longs. Y'all, that is strong. Because I like keeping this below 0.6. My ratio is 0.4, which is 18 divided by 45. So I am net long 27 puts. It has taken me on average, now keep in mind with 4 tranches, I did this in 0 days, right? I did it on the same day, but on average, it's taken me 16 days to complete the hedge and buy the 5. How long does it take me to harvest? Well, we've only done it once in this campaign. It's taken me 50 years. So all these numbers, all of this stuff is dependent upon these words here. So, don't change the wording. It needs to be fully formed BSH, fully, short puts if you just sell the shorts. Don't worry about that. So you might want to, on your screen right now, take your little snippet tool and snip that. Just type in snip, 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 which is always a unfriendly word to men. Snip, 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 and then just do this. So you'll kind of know the things that you should type in. That's pretty good. Does that answer your question, Rick? How to do that? So really, you're just going to go data harvest. Okay, yeah, and that'll automatically calculate. Yeah, and it is sweet, Rick, when you start doing that, right? Because now, I mean, even though I could go, let's pay a nickel and do that. Heck, I'm gonna let it work. Why? Because I am net long. Now let's see, I was net long 27. Heck, I bought 2 back. So now I'm net long 29 puts. Are you kidding? Let's see what we currently look like, because I like looking at it. This is the fun part, right? Never start gloating, never think that we're God's gift to trading, but it is fun to look at the analyze tab every now and then. Oh my gosh, crap. Yes. So we're going to hide my simulations. Change this to fall step. I go 4 steps, and I don't like 5. I go 15 to look what it looks like on 20 point, on a 20% downwind. Let's look at that. Let's look at our. Oh man, well, this will be good for y'all to see that. I should save this, but so what I do is I need to set my price slices. Now you don't have to do this. This is what I like to do. I like 7 price slices, so it shows me 3. So I'm gonna go 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Like we're doing cardio. All right, so I change all these to percent. I say I change them. I want this one to be at the money, so I'm going to change that to dollars. Change that percent, that percent, that percent. And then I like to see what happens at negative 20%. Why? Well, the crash of 87 was what, 24%? The crash of February and March was all the way down about 35% of 2020. Now I kind of like to see what happens if we get a good old 20% crash down in the market. Then I make this number negative 12. Why? That's where the brokerage determines your margin requirements, right? But if the market goes down, they want to see what your, how your buying power is looking at 12% down. Then I also like to see what if we had a good old 5% down. I like to make this 0, or not 0. I like to make this 0. I like to make this 0. Then I like to do this one up here as positive 5%. This one, I like to do 10%. Bobby wants to do 12. They also do your margin to the upside on 12%. I know it. I just like to say 10%. And I like to make this one 15%. You set yours however you want. This is what I do. Okay. There we go. So now I've got my price license. See these little yellow lines?
Bobby, your 10% is set at minus 10% instead of plus.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Rick. There we go. Everything looks good. So this is your 0 line. This is up 5%, up 10%, and up 15%. Then you've got down 5, down 12, down 20. That's what I like to do. You figure it out however you want to. So then what do I do? Okay, so then you're going to go hide simulations and you want to do single symbol because I just want to show my ES positions. And then you can show, individual black swan hedges. There's that black swan hedge. Where's our 4? BSH 4. Here we go. 4 complete tranches. But then that look good. But I want to show everything here. So I'm going to say so all groups. Now, I got a couple of other ES trades in here, right? So right now it says, man, if I go down 20% and we go up, if the VIX goes from 60 to 75, baby, I'm up 50 to 83,000. Well, for crash protection, I like to see, that's good to see that, but I want to take my space trip trades out. Let's take those out. That is all black swan hedge. Come on, Bob. Black swan hedge. So this must be where my little space trips are. There we are. 10, baby, 10, 10, 7, 7, 10, 10, 6, 6. And look at this little thing, just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So now with this 15% going down 5%, how do I look? Well, that's not really a really good indicator because you're not going to be at 75% volatility at a 5% down. So you're probably up, maybe fix at 30 or so. If you start looking at there and you go, okay, well, it's up, down $937 to if it's up to 45%, you could say, yeah, I'm up a little bit on that. Then where it starts looking good is here, right? So maybe you're up 13,000 to 30,000 on 12% down there. Here's where you were getting our protection from. So now you're up 62,000 to 96,000. Sweet. And think about it. What happens when this other one is about to crack, right? This one right here, I'm about to take it out. So when that one gets gone, boom, just makes my little thing go up a little bit more. Right? Instead of 96, I'm at 99 when that one gets harvested. There's the black swan hedge. All right, any questions at all on anything? Oh, and Ken still with us? Or did he have to leave? Oh, Stacy's on her iPhone. How is you still in Mobile?
I'm actually sitting at the beach right now.
Oh my gosh. How nice is that?
I know it's a little warm, but it's nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's just warm here. I feel like I'm on the beach too, except I ain't got a breeze.
I'm so sorry.
My incapacitor is working. All right, let's look at everything here. Ken says, looks like you a very updated version of your spreadsheet. Could you please share that? Yes. Jason's going to help me do that. Got a dot.
Yeah, so I'm working on it right now. I think I know the issue. I think I'm gonna make it more streamlined because what you did, you had a custom macro that you had to download separately, but I'm gonna make it so it doesn't require that.
Oh, good. God, y'all are some smart people.
Then I'll share it to you guys on the resource tab.
That is awesome. And I appreciate Drew and Jason taking over for some of the moderator duties in the room, which is really, really helpful. And Ken for taking on some teaching as well, for our group. So that's really good, y'all. I mean, trading's fun stuff. This is fun. I do this because it's fun. I love it. And I hope y'all have a love for it too. Now it's hard. Dang, is this crap hard, right? Y'all, I can't get over 8,000. We've been at 8,000. It don't matter if I'm up 459 today. It seems like I'm turning. I need this to go to 8,500 quick. So we're on the way. All right. Any questions? Any comments at all? Other than
Hey,
that,
Bobby,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I joined late, but what was that stock was that Tyson you were
Yeah.
working with? Is that what
Uh-huh.
you said? Okay.
Tyson Foods. And what we're looking at, Stacy, is we're trying to find something that is doing a little gap and go. And this is the second day in a row that Tyson has done that. So let's go back to TSN and look at it. TSN, look, this was yesterday. So what we were talking about is find a stock that gaps up, does not fill the gap within the first hour, and then continues to run. So the problem is finding here's where you could have got involved after the first hour or so, right? You see a little bit of a pullback. Ideally, we would wait for a pullback to the 20 exponential moving average. So did you ever get that yesterday? You did here, right? If you had an order in, you could have got a little profit, but that it kind of fizzled at the end of the day. Basically, what happens is gap and go, exactly what it did. So you could have said, man, the first little pullback bar, 5-minute bar I get, I'm going long on a gap and go. And you see what happened today. Today's a really good day. So what happens is it gaps, it goes, it comes, it interacts with the 20 exponential moving average, it pops back up, but then look, boom. So here's where the money's made. After the first hour, let's see if I can draw a box. Kind of help y'all see where the first money is. So look at the time down here. So this is 9:30 when we open. We look for the first hour. Okay, here's where the money's made. The money is made. Draw a box. 10:30 to lunch. Draw my dang box. Gosh. Oh, I don't have a box over here. So where's the money made in these stocks? Money is made here. 10:30 to lunchtime chop. Right? So what happens then? Lunchtime chop, 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 and it chopped the rest of the day. Here we go, gap and go. Find you a little down bar, even if it doesn't come down to the, this, and to get engaged. Where do you want to get engaged? Right here. After the first hour, let the amateurs trade, let them do their thing. Then after that and you could even go, first 30 minutes. Let it do first 30 minutes, first hour. I like waiting an hour on these things. And then see what'll happen. Find you a little pullback bar, get involved here, and then you're able to take a little bit of profit out from here to here. Probably not in the options market, probably in doing some shares. Now, the reason that we can do this, Stacy, and take out little bits of profit is because we don't pay a dime of commission on shares, and I like that. Heck, try it out with 10 shares, right? Just see if it goes. So and get used to setting your stop. So you could set a stop for 1% down, or take a profit at 2% up, 3% up, whatever. I would ideally be out of that trade at the end of the day, unless you thought that this thing will continue going up after the gap and go.
Well, that's interesting that you're trading that today. We went to dinner last night and our server was telling us about how many shortages that they're dealing with, that they're having to change their menu all the time. And chicken was a problem. So you might want to stick with it.
And it's a problem in my house too. It's that darn dog, my neighbor's dog, Max. He kills one more of my damn chickens. I tell you, I shouldn't have apologized for my language, but my mama all comes out of me every now and then. And he's killing all my chickens. All right, so good day, y'all. And I hope y'all enjoy the beach and stick your toe in the water for me. And I will see everybody tomorrow.
Thank you for going over that again. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.